Now, I'm going to tell you about a very interesting place that I recently stumbled upon during my travels. My wife and I recently visited Prince Edward Island. Now, Prince Edward Island is a province on the east coast of Canada, next to the province of New Brunswick, which is where I am from. Now, I had been to Prince Edward Island many years ago, but this was my first visit in a long, long time. And I can tell you that Prince Edward Island, or PEI as it is known, it is absolutely beautiful, scenic. There are tons of beaches and tourist attractions, and many families from all over the world come here to visit. Now, I'm going to tell you about a place where I found all kinds of cool vintage technology. This is called the Canadian Potato Museum. Yes, I'm not kidding. And bear with me because there's a lot more to this than you might think. I know I was certainly surprised. And this Canadian Potato Museum is located in a small town called O'Leary, which is on the western portion of the island. Now, I must tell you, this is not a paid endorsement. I'm not being paid by the Potato Museum to say anything. This is strictly my own personal opinion and my honest opinion about this place that I really, really enjoyed. Now, I wasn't expecting much. In my mind, when I heard Potato Museum, I thought, okay, this is going to be a really boring exhibit about the history of potato cultivation. Well, it certainly does inform you about the history of potato cultivation. It's actually very, very educational. But there's also so much more to this place. We stumbled upon this huge room. There was a door, and we opened the door, and it opened up into this huge room that was full of old tractors and farming equipment and sleighs, all kinds of stuff from the past, old farming tools, everything. It was really cool. And again, this room was huge. It was the size of a warehouse. And so many cool old relics from the past. There were so many awesome photo ops, and you can imagine I definitely took a lot of photos when I was in this room. As we continued through the museum, we found another part of the museum that was dedicated to local history. And this was the part that I loved. As you went in, you saw a lot of local stuff. We see a lot of medical equipment that used to belong to local doctors in the area. And that was kind of interesting. But as you move through this exhibit, you see all kinds of vintage home entertainment items. Stuff like retro televisions, cameras, record players, slide projectors, old battery displays, you name it. It was a super cool display of items that I thoroughly enjoyed. And I could tell that a lot of time and effort went into this display. Now, I will tell you, it's a bit of a drive to get to this small town of O'Leary where the Potato Museum is located. It's roughly about an hour-and-a-half drive from the principal city of Charlottetown. But it's only $10 per adult to get into the museum. And before you go, you may want to check. They may be closed during the off-season. I'm not really sure. So definitely check that before you go. Now, I don't want to give you the wrong impression. This museum is not massive. It's certainly not world quality, and it's not something that you would visit for 3 or 4 hours like a major museum in a major city. But you could easily spend an hour taking everything in this museum, maybe even a little bit more. A great place for families if you want to take the kids. I'm sure the kids would learn a lot as well. And again, if you're into retro technology, the part of the museum that focuses on local history is a must-see. Up on the screen right now, I'm showing you the website for the Canadian Potato Museum. Definitely check them out. Thank you for watching. Hope you can join us again next time. Please, as always, subscribe to the channel. I post tech reviews every week, and the best way to stay on top of all the latest reviews is to subscribe. Leave us a comment, give us a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again. We'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.